People. Our next guest, and we're moving and get out the way, is Miss Ebony, and she's gonna come with a cooking demo. Let's give her a hand as she comes. I got your mic.
I got a big mouth, but I don't want to have to yell at everybody. Been moving, shaking, breathing, relaxing, learning a lot of great stuff. So I do a little bit of everything that everybody's been up here doing. So I'm really glad that they invited me back up here in the mix. Am I doing this right? I feel a little special. All right, I am special. I'm real special. I'm God's child. All right, how y'all doing? All right, so my name is Chef Ebony Dion, and I'm going to be doing a cooking demonstration for you today. I'm making a vegetarian lentil soup. Has anybody had lentils before, or lentil soup? Woo! All right, so I have a wide array of services that I offer, and I'm going to kind of talk about them while I'm moving because I don't have that much time. I do have a table set up there. You see my big face over there on that corner? There's a pot and a kettle, so when we're finished, we'll be giving you out samples, and I have some banana nut bread for sale for you guys. So the name of my company is Rebirth Food and also Rebirth Fruits, and then my coaching business is called Journey to a Dream. So I'm all about the evolution of food and health and wellness and how it fits into our life. My culinary that I specialize in is vegan and vegetarian soul food, as I said. But a lot of times when people think about soul food, they think about the fat back and the hog balls and the chitlins and all that stuff, right? I grew up eating all that as well. But as we have talked about and discussed, that we know that most of the health problems and issues that we deal with, our diet and lifestyle stems a lot with that. And so we just want to be able to figure out how can we take some of our favorite recipes and transform them into healthier recipes. Now, remember that commercial back in the day, where's the beef? Right? Like, people are like, where are you getting your protein from? That's always generally the main question that people will ask me whenever I'm, where's my fire? Oh no, somewhere on that fire. You see that? Oh no. All right, well, we may not be able to sizzle and crack, but I do have live stuff over there. So how about we just pretend like everything is sizzling? Y'all hear that sound? Y'all hear that? All right, I want y'all to pretend that y'all hear that while we're up here, because the devil is a lie. All right, so I have my pot here, and we're gonna get the oil. We're gonna heat that up. So we're gonna pour this oil in. Olive oil is one of my favorite go-tos. So we still need fats, carbs, and proteins in our diet. One of the main things people ask, though, is like, where do you get your protein? And a lot of times when we think about protein, we think that it comes from animal sources. But actually, it's really more about amino acids, all right? So there are 20 main amino acids that we need, and those are the building blocks that our body uses to actually reconstitute our body. So when you eat a steak, it doesn't automatically turn that steak into a calf muscle or to a heart muscle, into a brain cell. It has to break it all the way down into its amino acid, and then it brings it back together, and your body tells it what's to make it. So did you know that beans and rice with a little fat is your complete metabolic profile? You get your fats, carbs, and your protein. So we grew up on those poor folks meals. Remember beans and rice? Like, why we gotta eat this, but we stay full, we stay fed, and nobody starved? Right, because you were getting full nutrition. So that's what this meal will provide. If everybody will take out their phones and go to my website at chefebonydion.com. That's EBONIDIONNE.com. You'll be able to get a copy of my recipe on there if you go to the link that says recipe. So with this recipe, we have the olive oil that's heating up, and we have fresh onions that I'm gonna chop up. Don't worry, this won't get wasted because I'll just go back home and cook it for myself. So we're gonna chop up the onions. I have red onions. And so generally in most of my recipes, this is gonna be the basis for it. It's gonna be onions and peppers. And then I'll also add in a little jalapeno peppers. I don't do, just depending on my taste buds for the day. But for you guys, I kept it pretty mild, but just enough to give it some kick and know that it's in your mouth and that you're eating something a lot of times we don't get full. People think about plant-based diets and like, well, I just don't get full. It's because you don't have it seasoned and you don't have enough of the spices. The spices also help you make the food taste, help you feel fuller longer. All right, so I got my onions in there. All right, I have some red bell peppers I've already pre-chopped up, and we're gonna put them in there. See, they're sizzling. All right, and now we're gonna add my jalapeno. I have my jalapeno right here. We're just gonna chop that up into a few slices. But you can't really see because I have this bowl. So we're gonna chop these peppers up. I'll do generally for a pot. I don't do a lot. I'll just do like 3 slices of fresh jalapenos, and we'll put that in there. We'll add it to the sizzling pot. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. All right. Now I have celery. All right. So another favorite. I've already got this pre-chopped up. See, I was ahead of the game on some of it. All right. So we're gonna add the celery in there. So we chop up the celery. We add the celery. This is just one little extra stalk that we have. All right. And then carrots. All right. So another thing, great thing about vegetarian food, it's like, well, I don't know if I'm getting everything that I need, so I'll add my carrots, and I just split it in half, and then I chopped it. You don't have to know the nutritional value of all the foods and ingredients that you're preparing. If you have a colorful plate, if you have all the different colors of the rainbow, then you know that you're satisfying your nutritional needs. So I have in here in my pot already, I have orange, green, red, and purple, right? So we're already starting out with a really great backbone for this soup. All right, so we're gonna get this in here, and we're gonna let it sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. And then while we're cooking, so one great thing about soul food is my mother, when she was teaching me how to cook, I was like, Mama, how much, do I put in there? She's like, I don't know, baby. You just got to look at it and see what it needs. And so that's that relationship, right? So it's that soulful relationship. That's that one-on-one intimate relationship that you have with the food. So that's what makes it soul food. It's not the fat back. It's not all that other stuff. So actually, I have a class coming up. It's called Life After Fatback. And I'll be teaching you how you can incorporate, I know you love that, don't you? You'll learn how to incorporate a plant-based diet into your life. So I have turmeric right here. It's a really great spice. It is great for anti-inflammatory. And so most diseases are caused by inflammation. So adding turmeric into your diet was a really great addition. And it does change the taste just a little bit, but depending on how much you can add that you want. Be careful because it's yellow and it will stain. So while this is sizzling, add some turmeric in there. All right. And then we have some garlic. I love my garlic. And then we're going to add some garlic. And then we season along every single step that we're cooking. All right, and then we have the salt. This is pink Himalayan sea salt. I love to buy my spices in bulk because it is a lot cheaper and I can regulate what I'm using. This salt does not affect your blood pressure like table salt. Like table salt will actually cause your blood pressure to go up. This salt has lots of different minerals in it that can actually help regulate your blood pressure. So we're just going to add just a little bit of salt, and then we're going to add some paprika, one of my favorite seasonings. All right, so just add a little paprika. Boop, boop, boop. All right, and then some black pepper. All right, there we go. So now we're cooking. All right, so you hear it sizzling, sizzling, sizzling. All right, and so we're gonna stir this up, stir it up, stir it up. All right, so we're stirring and it's sizzling, and we're waiting until it gets nice and translucent. And then we're gonna add some potatoes, all right? So this is how we make sure that our meals are a meal in a pot. So I really love my lentil soup because I can eat it year round. It's quick and it's easy. And because it's hot outside, it's one of those soups because it's broth based. You can still eat it without feeling like you're getting really hot because it can still kind of keep you full without making you weigh down, feeling too heavy. So I just cut it in half. And then we're gonna do some cubes. So imagine all this is sizzling, and now we're gonna get to the point where the onions and the peppers are starting to get translucent. And then we're gonna just add the potatoes in, all right? So we're gonna cut these potatoes up. And, all right, so now we got the potatoes in the pot, and we're gonna stir it around. It's sizzling, sizzling, sizzling. All right, now once we get that done, I'm gonna tell you something else that just happened. The lentils, they fell out of my bag somewhere between here and transporting them. So we don't even have I have lentils in that pot, but the lentils, the demo. So this is what they look like when they're actually completed. So lentils are really small, round beans. So they cook really quickly. When a pot about this size, it only take about 25 to 30 minutes. So you can have everything chopped up ready in the morning. When you get home from work, kind of put it on while you're getting everything set up and put up, getting the kids together and all those other things, getting them dressed, and then you can have the soup ready. It packs great for lunch. It lasts for up to, about 5 days in the refrigerator, and it's something that you could freeze as well. So I really love my lentil soup. So once this is done, so we'll put this on, we'll get this sizzling. We'll add about 2 cups of lentils that have been washed and picked out, and I fill it up with broth, my veggie broth, and then I cover it half veggie broth and just the rest of it with water. And then I'll add some coconut oil. I add about a tablespoon of coconut oil. So the coconut oil is for, again, just that added extra fat, all right? So this is what's gonna make you feel fuller. A lot of times when people eat plant-based diets, one of the things that they complain about is like, I feel hungry, shortly after I eat it. And so you just wanna make sure that you always keep your meals balanced. So I'm not adding coconut oil within the meal, I'm gonna add avocados to it or some other type of healthy fat so I can make sure that I stay fuller longer. All right, so then I'm gonna put the coconut oil in and the beans and the broth, and I'll just let it simmer until it's just about done, until the beans are pretty much al dente already, I'm pretty much soft and ready to eat. Then I'll get my kale. So I have my fresh kale right here. It's already chopped and rinsed, and then we'll just add it to the pot because we don't want to get it too soft and mushy, so it'll still be kind of firm and have some texture in it. Now you have your leafy greens. So you have a whole meal in the pot. You have all your different colors. You have leafy greens. You have your beans for your protein and your carbs and your dietary fiber, which is really great for your heart. You have the seasonings and the spices that are in there. That's also going to help regulate your system. So you have micronutrients and you have macronutrients. The macronutrients are the fats, carbs, and the proteins. And your micronutrients a lot of times comes from the spices or the different, like the green, leafy greens, or the orange and your carrots. The different colors will give you different properties that will work well with your body. And so I think that is pretty much it. So once the pot is simmered, it's done in no time. One of my very favorite soups to make because it's so quick and easy. And I will have samples again over there so you can come see me. So just really quickly, because I'm just about out of time, you can find me at Chef Ebony Dion on Facebook and Instagram, and that's also my website. I do full service catering. I do personal chef services. You can consult with me if you need help with maintaining your diet. I do, even though I specialize in vegan, vegetarian, soul food, and I think everybody should eat more veggies. I'm not going to try to convert you to veganism, but I will try to help you figure out what's going to work best with your body and your body type. Everybody is different, but we all have things that we could do better, and there's things that we may already be doing that's kind of good. So it's just about listening to our bodies and having that integrity and listening to our bodies. A lot of times people take a lot better care of their cars than they do of their bodies, right? So has anybody ever put diesel fuel in their unleaded car? Has anybody ever done that? No. But we continually put things in our mouth that's not really food or fuel that our body can reuse, So food is meant to regenerate, rebuild, and repair. And unfortunately, a lot of the things that's been added into our diets, especially the processed foods, our body doesn't know what to do with it. And then we begin to have these adverse health outcomes. And we have, and I was like, well, I just don't understand, where all this is coming from. Like, well, you got, all these glycinates and hydrogenate and soy this and, and all these words that you can barely pronounce in your food. And your body's like, well, it's not fat, carb, or protein. It's not vitamin A, C, or D, or anything else I know what to do with. And your body's extremely intelligent, but it doesn't know what to do with all these foreign chemicals. So it's like, I'm just going to store it in your left butt cheek. All right, I'm gonna store it in your wing flap. I'm gonna store it, behind your neck. I'm gonna store it in all these places because we just don't have anywhere else to go. You putting too much in faster than I can let out, And so maybe we can figure out what to do with it later. All right. So even a lot of foods that we consider diet foods and sugar substitutes, right? So just a quick thing, you taste something sweet, your body's going to have an insulin response that's going to trigger a response that you're actually eating sugar, because sugar is your main source of fuel. So then your body's like, oh, good food. But it can't do nothing with it because it can't actually use it. That's why it says 0 calorie, because your body can't burn it. But just because you can't burn it doesn't mean it's going to leave your body. It's just going to hang around until your body can figure out what to do with it. So a lot of times when people have a lot of excess weight, it's really stored toxins within your body. So I just want to kind of paint that picture and just frame it for you. So when you're thinking about what you're putting in your body, you're asking it what to do for you. I mean, you take your body everywhere you go. All the people that we ask to do things for us, we want our mamas to love us, we want our husbands, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, we want our jobs to treat us right, we want our kids to treat us right, but do we treat ourselves right? And so that's the one thing I would just want to, bring home to you guys. I appreciate Yolanda and the message that she brought, because it really does begin with mental, your mental thoughts and your mental processes. And if that's not correct, you're not going to want kale, and you can eat all the kale you want, and it's not going to work. So first get your mind right, and then the rest will follow. So if you need help in any of those areas, please check me out. I will be having classes coming up soon. I don't want to give out all the information, but we're still working on dates. But if you would like to have me come out at your organization to host a class, please let me know. You can call me at 682-230-8774, and check me out at Chef Ebony with an I, not Y, Ebony with an I, Dion.com. And thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you at the table and answering your questions that you may have. And thank you for dealing with my, we can make it work. We make it work. So I'm just going to cook this up at the house so I can have some soup for myself tonight. All right, y'all. Peace out. Y'all have a lovely evening. Thank you.